Dear Spirit, please connect me with a past loved one of any of my subscribers or anyone who will be watching this video. Just before I started this reading, I began receiving the name and I asked Spirit, who is it? And what came through was her response. And she said, I told them no. I received the words, strong one. I keep getting the words, I told them no. I told them no. What the heck? Okay. It's not quite clear yet. I need more information. I'm taking things in, but I'm receiving this woman. Is the spirit coming through? And she feels very urgent. She feels that it is her repeating herself, I told them no, I told them no, I told them no. And then she gave me the word Lucifer. Negative intention, she's saying. She's giving me the word global. I'm working with this spirit to calm her down. It's as if she is frantic to communicate with me, that she wants to communicate, like, urgently. I'm asking her to slow down. Something about a test. She gave me the name. I was just shown a vision of, it's like I saw an eagle's eye, but behind the eagle's eye, or when I looked into the eagle's eye, it was a man's eye through a camera. And she's showing me that there's a man observing, like, everything. Observing everything about something or someone, being able to spy like their God through a camera. She gave me the word magic. And she's referring to some kind of spell work having to do with whatever this man is doing, spying through a camera. There's some kind of magic associated with this camera spying. She's telling me that this man behind the camera is observing a woman and placing spell work on her as he observes her, observes her life. And so he knows everything about what she's doing. He sees her responding to things, hurtful things. He sees her crying, and he is using spell work and energy manipulation to hurt her. Mind control, she's saying. And to keep her from discovering things. She said munchkins are a problem. And she's referring to this woman he's observing. She's referring to her children. She's saying that this man observing her, he feels that her children are some kind of a hindrance to what he's doing or what he plans to do. What he plans to do, she's saying. She just gave me the words, chasing your children. She gave me the words, long time to April. And it seems she's saying it's a long time coming. She also showed me 2 bears fighting. She gave me the word death trap. Oh boy. She just said, murder your daughter sometime. She said, investment gone wrong. She said, black magic. I don't know why. She just said, convince my boy. She gave me the words, violent circle. She's talking about this man's associates. She gave me the words, soulmate energy. She gave me the word, restitution. There's something about an unexpected income. I received the words, it's not going nowhere. She gave me the name. I asked her, what are all these names she's giving me? And her response was, sold and killed. Something about a grandmother. She gave me the words, kingdom spouse. whatever you get, you will get married. That's what she just said. She's telling me that the image I was shown earlier with the eagle eye, and then looking into the eagle eye and seeing like a camera lens, and there being a man on the other side observing a woman who has children. And I mentioned that he was placing spell work on her. Whatever this woman is supposed to receive, there's some sort of mind control spell work being put on her through this camera, having something to do with her marrying him. She gave me the words workman and mother. She said the liars. Something about lawsuits. This mother is not the same mother as I spoke of before. This is a different mother. The mother that she's speaking of right now is not one that's being observed through the camera. It's someone who... okay. The workman is the person behind the camera. One of them, she said. Oh my gosh. She just said millions. Millions of them. There are millions of people behind this camera. Millions of people observing this woman. This word Jabberwocky keeps coming through. And I have not read the story of the Looking Glass, but I know that the Jabberwocky is from that story. And since we're talking about someone looking through a camera, a looking glass, this is relevant somehow. But the word Jabberwocky has come through a few times now. She just said, no pun intended. She's referring to this poem of the Jabberwocky, or the Looking Glass story itself. She's saying there's something literal about it. She just gave me the words dope channel. I mean, this is referring to a couple of things. Dope is referring to drugs. But channel is referring to both whatever channel they're watching this woman on. I mean, it seems weird to refer to it as a channel, but that's how it's being used. It's as if she's being broadcast. So, however people are able to view her through this hidden camera, I mean, it's illegal, so I don't understand, but it's being referred to as a channel. And the other meaning of channel has to do with it's referring to like the channels that are used to accomplish something, it's like people. It's like the various ways that people would ship something, but it's hidden. However the drugs are transported, she's referring to this as a channel. She just said, always in pain. She gave me the words mischief and Michigan. Michigan, I believe this came through a prior reading that I have not released yet. There's something going on in Michigan. And by something, I mean something having to do with trafficking. Possibly drugs too, but in the reading that I haven't released yet, it was about trafficking. And this woman, she's the spirit of someone who was trafficked. And the names she's given me during this reading so far, including her own, are the names of girls or women who have been murdered, raped and murdered, she's saying. The woman being viewed through the hidden camera, the one with children who I spoke of earlier. This is the same mother that I have spoken about in prior readings throughout most of the Dead Speak series. So, this is the same person we're talking about, the same hidden cameras we're talking about. This reading is bringing through more detail about what has happened here. I was asking her, I've been curious about this idea of there being a channel that this woman would be broadcast to millions of people. How that takes place legally. I've been wondering about this. And I've been asking her to clarify. And what she showed me was a satellite. She's connecting this satellite with the government. She's giving me the She's telling me that this satellite is being used to broadcast. She's saying that this woman is being broadcast to millions of people through this satellite. But I'm also getting that it's more than just this one woman. There are others. Oh. Okay. She's telling me that this is a government program. It's illegal surveillance on people who are spiritually gifted. It's an illegal study that's happening. It's an experiment, and now she's giving me the Truman Show. It's a big experiment on this woman who's been coming through the Dead Speak series. This spiritually gifted woman. She is being studied and experimented on through mind control tactics, psychological torture, manipulating and controlling her environment to see how she will respond to certain things, to specific tragedies that are devised, that are planned, calculated, and implemented to introduce to her, and then to watch and see how she responds. She's giving me the words group text. She's talking about people who are observing this woman. These people are on a group text. There is information about this illegal experimentation on a group text. She's telling me, and she gave me an image of this woman as a little girl. She's telling me that this has been done since she was a little girl. Just like in the Truman Show. A setup, she's saying. She gave me the words, super psycho. And she's referring to a specific person who, it's like he views himself as a combination between a superhero and like a psychological mastermind. And I was actually picking up on a group of men in a couple of my prior readings. I'm getting one specific person, though, here right now. One of these people, I don't know if it's the same person, but there's a person from a prior reading traveling, possibly being from another country or working abroad or having to do with a boat. There's something about a man that is connected to the South and having something to do with either French speaking or being from like a French area in the South. Okay, this person also possibly having connections with a university in the South. This person possibly having connections with a man who may be like just outside of the US border in Canada on a boat or on like a secluded wooded island. And I am picking up like military energy with that. But I'm getting that this person is solo. She's giving me the name. Also the word tail. Something about a woman named. There's some kind of lie told about her. There's some kind of cover-up. She just gave me the words fridge and she's telling me that there's a woman named in a fridge. And there's another reading I did, which I also haven't released yet, that has to do with there being a man in a fridge or a freezer. Oh my gosh. She's giving me the word multi-gate. There's some things I'm pulling here from prior readings, but also readings I haven't released. And, you know, in one of my first readings, there was like kind of a funny thing called Foldergate. And this was referring to like government corruption, government hiding things, removing public records, things like this. There's another reading I haven't released with another gate. In this reading, multi-gate, I mean, we're talking about deaths here. And previously, these gates have been used in somewhat of a flippant, funny way. And I'm not finding it funny here in this reading. And so I'm questioning her. What is the meaning of this word? Because it's not funny. And so she's breaking it down for me. What she's saying is that gate, in this case, in this reading, is referring to a localized scandal. And so, you know, some of the things that come through my readings, they can be either about like specific people or they can be very broad about the big picture of a situation. And here she is describing with multi-gate some kind of localized scandal. It's an area, it's a community, it's a friend group, perhaps. A friend group, she's saying. Multi, meaning a number of murders. Also, the word gate is referring to, I'm getting that it's either a farm or some kind of a property that is, I mean, I'm being shown a bunch of trees, like it's a private property that is like a wooded area. There might be like a road that goes through it, But there's a gate, like a metal gate that swings, that goes to this property or this farm. I'm not actually seeing the farm. I'm seeing woods. But somehow there's like a farm connected, or whoever owns this property also owns a farm. Something like that. And so multi-gate is referring to these several things. And whatever is behind this gate, there's something having to do with these murders. I'm not being shown graves, but this could be a place where rituals take place. I'm getting more so that there are I'm getting that like murders take place there. It's a wooded area. And like secluded, very rural. And so it might not be a place where bodies are buried. I'm really not getting indication that there's graves there, but there's something having to do with death there. And I'm seeing rituals. Like death rituals, torture. Sex rituals, rape. There could be potentially organ harvesting happening there as well. She just gave me the words, home health care. And then she showed me a man, an older man, who was dying. Wrote it all down, she said. She gave me the words, will and mystic. She gave me the word imprisonment. And she's referring to this man being imprisoned in his home due to the home health care he was receiving. She gave me the word sustained. She's telling me that this imprisonment of this man who was dying, it took place for a long time. This man was sick and dying, and he was isolated by the people who were caring for him. Trapped, she's saying. She gave me the word assassinate. She's saying this man was assassinated. Oh my gosh. She just gave me the letters X, Y, Z. And then she showed me a vision of someone sitting next to this man who's dying in his bed and presenting something for him to sign, in which he signs with an X, or this person is signing an X for him, It feels like a metaphor, though. There's something about this will. I mentioned a will earlier. There's some kind of false signature associated with it. It was not done with his consciousness, she's saying. She just said, "What is your birth name?" I've been asking her what she means by will and mystic. And she's talking about the will of this dying man that belongs to a mystic. And the question, "What is your birth name?" is referring to this mystic. There is something about this document, this will, having to do with an altered name. An altered name of this mystic. It was either altered or erased, and someone could have made it appear as if it was this dying man's wish to alter the name or to erase this person's name, this mystic, this woman, to erase her name from the will or to change it. Whatever happened, it happened during this time of home health care. It happened when he was not conscious. She just told me arsenic. She is saying that this man was poisoned. I keep being shown a vision of a nurse sitting next to the bed of this dying man. But she was just there sometimes. Most times, this man was being taken care of by his family. So, this woman, this nurse, sitting next to him is significant. She knows something. She knows something about his poisoning or she knows something about his poisoning or this altered document, this altered will. She may have a copy of the original. I'm getting that he may have given her a copy while he was conscious, like a secret copy, like in case something happens to him. He knows. He knew he was being poisoned. He knew that there were greedy people after his money. He knew he was being set up to have this money stolen. have it not go where he wanted it to go. And this nurse knows something. I'm getting that she has a copy of the original. And I'm getting that, I mean, she's showing me that this nurse is having him sign some things. Like just before he dies. He's like not conscious. Or, he's like just hanging on, like barely. And he's just being told to make an X. Like he's just being told what to do. Oh my gosh. Oh. She's giving me the words mystic and father. Father in heaven, she's saying. Looking out for you, she is saying. Mortified, she is saying. He is mortified by what he's observing. She's giving me the words doctor and daughter. She's saying that there is a doctor involved who has somehow written off this daughter, this mystic, who he includes in his will, who is like a daughter to him. There's a doctor involved. This doctor lied. She's giving me the word document. And there is a document created or signed by this doctor that removes this mystic woman from the will somehow. She just gave me the words peaches and cream. This doctor is someone associated with a man who trafficked this woman through the hidden camera. This doctor. She is associated with the person who did this. They are personal acquaintances. They know each other, like, closely. She's given me the word intimately. She's giving me the words sudden access. Whatever this doctor did, intimately with this man, to a document, it gave this man sudden access to this woman's inheritance. She just gave me the words preacher, teacher. This is referring to a George Michael song, the lyrics, which is referring to another person, someone who's involved with this man who has now sudden access to this woman's inheritance She gave me the word boat. This could be the person on the boat that I've spoke about in prior readings. They know a lot about you, she said. She gave me the word husband. She's saying that the man who worked with and was intimate with this doctor in order to receive sudden access to this mystic woman's inheritance. She's saying that this man was this mystic woman's husband. I want to thank this spirit named this woman who died due to rape and human trafficking. I would like to thank her for bringing me her urgent message. And I hope that this reading helps someone. I am disconnecting now. Thank you all so much for coming to my mediumship series, The Dead Speak. Our past loved ones have a lot to say, and they very much want to communicate with us. Connecting to our loved ones who are still on the earth plane is a real opportunity for spirits to communicate things left unsaid or things they want their family and friends to know. Most of all, they want their living loved ones to know that they are not alone and that they are loved and being guided from the other side. I do hope this reading reaches the person or family it is meant to. If you're interested in receiving communication from a past loved one, you can create an energetic connection to my channel by subscribing and watching my videos, and they could come through in one of my free collective readings here, or you can book a private mediumship reading with me directly at my website, rder.com. Engaging with my channel in any way actually helps, so be sure to share this reading with family and friends to help confirm any information that feels unfamiliar to you. If you appreciate my mediumship, please boost the algorithm by liking this video and consider making a donation to support my work. Donations are never expected, but always appreciated, and can be made anytime at my website or at any of the links found in the description box below. I am sending you all grounding energy and love. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you at my next reading.